Almost lost track of time. I was so involved with paying attention to that. And I see my camera's off again, so let me slide me over here so I don't have to fix the camera. And go see if this is truly live. Should be. It is. I had feedback. Great guy says second again. Yeah, he was Robert joined at 3:23 in the morning, and Greg joined at 11:20, some 8 hours later. So yeah, I guess maybe you could be considered second, although technically I don't know. Anyway, let's wrap up this week of Daily Davinci Debacle, and we will close out Doug. I didn't see anything in there that I needed to go back and either read in chat or rewatch over here. So I'm just going to close him out completely. I need to get in that habit anyway. And go ahead and fire up Daily Davinci here. I don't know why that's not closing that picture. That's interesting. Okay. Map of the United States is where we've been. Do not switch from Doug's autoplay. Try to start another video. Long Dog is there, but multitasking. Okay, cool. Jeff said he did not switch from Doug. Autoplay tried to restart another video. I'm grateful. I'm thankful for Doug for setting that up. I think it's really pretty cool that people that are watching him get sent over here, and then some choose to leave, I'm sure, and some choose to stay. I would never figure out how to do that. I think it's cool. I will I'll get with Doug and let him know. I'll copy and paste those and send him an email and let him know, because I believe that's actually done on his end. He puts the redirect into my stream, and my stream was scheduled it's 12:30, so almost 12 hours ago it was scheduled, so it should have been there, and I believe he said it was. So let's go over here to an untitled project, and I'm not going to change anything. What I'm going to do is reason I want to go to untitled is I want to go in, so I want to kind of rehash some things and go from there, but I don't see what I want. If I put a paint node in here, and then we're going to need a media out, and it automatically put that in there. I don't know if you guys caught that or not, so we'll do that again. If I bring any node, background, noise, text, paint, it's going to bring in, except for the background. Well, that's pretty cool. So let's try that again with the paint node. Huh, it did it a while ago. It brought in the media out, because I was going to say, if it doesn't, hi Mimi, if it doesn't, Doug says, I see why auto-direct didn't work. I configured the redirect, but did not click the last save button. There's your explanation. Thank you, Doug. Just off-click over here, or you can actually leave it highlighted, space shift, and type in merge, or not merge, media out right here, highlight it, click the add button, and you now have the media out. Now I did that because I don't have anything over here, and now it does because I created diffusion composition. So there we go. Now, the reason I done that is if I click on here, can I click on one of these icons, let's say a polygon, and do anything? Even if I bring the opacity down, I don't think you're going to see it, because you just can't see it. This has to have something in order to function. And by something, it can be something as simple as a media out, or it can be an image, and we all know that. We've been playing around with images with the map. We'll just grab this one. question is, where does it go? So if we take the paint into the background, into the out, go to the background, bring the opacity all the way down, put this over here in the first node so we can see what's going on. If we grab the node here, we don't see anything, so that doesn't work. There's a reason I'm doing this way. What happens if I take the background node, run it to the paint node, and then run it to the media out, then go over here, then grab the ellipse, you'll see it shows up. And QFA, does anyone have any clue besides Wintermute as to why that is? Well, that's interesting. I'm not changing the size. What happens if we go look at this over here and play this back? Nothing. That's interesting. It's clearly there. Bring this down here like that. Just messing around, doesn't matter. Off click to get it to go elsewhere. Grab one of the bars to put the curve in it. Put the curve in it like that. And then you can get rid of the, by clicking on that. Oh wow, it should have not have gone anywhere. Go back to the paint node. Opacity is correct. The size should be super correct. Not there. This is going to be an epic fail. Typical of the way this day's going. So let's try it with the media and see if we can effectively do something in there. Go to the paint mode. We'll grab this. We'll go here. We'll go here. We'll go here. We'll go here. And we will go there. Click on that. Change the color to something we're going to see. Change that. Bring the size. That is super cool, interesting, and not understanding it right now because we're on the paint. Wait a minute. Let me try going to the modifier. But that's going to make all the difference in the world, isn't it? And then if I change the size now, well, I guess not. So why is that not doing that? Try this again. I got rid of all those. I'm going to connect the media to the paint to here. And instead of grabbing the poly spline thing, I'm going to grab a paintbrush. I'm going to change the color to, again, something we can see. I'm going to change the brush size to, that should be plenty big enough. And then if I draw, I want to change this color and draw. I discovered this. Yeah, I pushed the wrong button. That is for sure, Greg. Now, the only thing here is I kind of like this free paint mode, and I kind of don't like the free paint mode. And I'll explain why here. Now, let's see. That's supposed to be double brush, but it's not. Because in here, you can't alter these lines. If I want a curved line, then I literally have to go like this and draw a curved line. And then if I want to put a shadow under it, then I have to draw underneath it and try to get as close to the curve as I can. And then obviously we would want to change. That didn't change. That should have changed this line. Oh wait, it's because it's the last one. So we'll Control Z that back. We'll change the size down to there. We'll set the color to green. Then we'll draw our curve. Oh, now it's black. You got to be kidding me. And then we have the shadow. Whereas with the poly line, when you do it, you grab 2 points, and then you can either, if you get real lucky, you can grab this bar right here and curve it this way, or I prefer to go grab this one here and then curve it like that. It's just much smoother, much easier to do. And depending on which one of these things you grab is where your curve's going to be. There's advantages to both. There's disadvantages to both, of course, but there are advantages to both. I just wanted to point out you don't have to necessarily do this with the paint spline all the time. Same token, we'll leave it orange. We'll see what this does. Oh, this just gives us a circle. So we can change that. Should be able to put that down there. Change it again. Then I wonder. Yeah, Greg, I can relate. Then I wonder, go back into the paint, can we actually go into the modifier? Cool, circle number 1, circle number 2, circle number 3. It says circle number 4 and circle number 5, so is it anticipating 2 more circles? Let's click on circle number 1. Interesting, that shows it being the last circle we did. Click on circle number 2. That shows it being the green one. So circle 1, oh no, I see what it does. Puts the little thing in there. So could I move this? Oh, I can. I did not know that. Now can I change in here? Now see, that's really interesting that I am on clearly circle number 1, or I was. Let's go to circle number 1 and let's move it. And then let's change the radius of circle number 1, but it's changing the radius, even though I'm on circle number 1, it's changing the radius of circle number 2. Still changing circle number 2. So I'm going to double click to ensure that I'm on circle number 1. There we go. There we go. Just little things that I one of these days will actually put together and do something productive that I'm learning. Kind of fun. It's a lot of fun to go try to figure this stuff out on your own, but as it was pointed out a while back, it's also pretty smart to go watch the experts, so to speak. Now what happens, can I add a text node? Oh, that's pretty neat. Because I was on the paint node highlighted and I clicked the text, it put the text in there with the merge. And if we draw this out, let's see where that text goes. I'm going to change the font. I'm going to change the size because I want to see where it's actually showing up at. Okay, change the tracking. Looks like it's somewhere over here on the right hand side when I change the size. I was seeing, there it is. Okay, so it is actually there, it's just underneath. Change the color to black so I can see it. Now is that because when it merged it, oops. Is that because when it merged it strictly to the media out? So if I disconnect that, that should say, and change the color, does that mean that's going to show up? No, I think it would. I'll bet you, bring this back, that's good. If I put this into here, there we go. You don't necessarily need that merge node, apparently, because now if I go back to the text node and change the color to black, didn't change it. And it's only got it on the top of the circle. Go back to text, play around with the size a minute. Oh, it's kind of like a mask. I kind of like that. All right, I do like that. I wanted to put it in the background of the picture, so what happens if we take it from here and put it in there? Does it put a merge in there? It does, and that's what it does. That's the effect I was going for. So this is me learning something again live, unrestricted and unrehearsed. You'll notice if we, or if I, now if I merge this to here, is it still going to put it on the circle? It did not. So, but if I merge this to here, puts it somewhere, but I don't know where. I don't need to merge, that's for sure. So there to there, if I take the text and put it in the point, it's going to put it over specific circles. I don't necessarily know that it's putting it over all the circles though. Looks like it's only putting it on 2 of the circles. But the effect I wanted was not there. I wanted the effect to be behind the logo, or behind the Ken Stout Live, so I'm going to merge it into here, and that's what I get. So if I go back to the text node, go to the layout, I can move this around. I should be able to reduce it in size. And for some reason, it ran it all together, and I'm not sure why. Tracking looks like it's all out of whack. Yeah, let's change the tracking a little bit. Let's just double click it. Oh, it doesn't double click it. There we go. Let's go grab the Christmas snow. Go back to the layout. I'm going to bring it just a little bit over here, like that, and then maybe down a little bit. So yes, there's a point to all this. See page 1199, documents, Blackmagic. I will check into that. Window mute, thank you very much. I'm just messing around today. Didn't really have anything planned. Again, if we go into the paint node and we change it to a line, and it's going to be purple, I should be able to start here, I think, and draw a line across here. And it, obviously when it gets into the purple circle, it's going to go away. I can change the color. And this is I found this to be interesting, that when you change the color, it's actually applicable to the next line that you draw. It's not for the previous line. I just found that to be really, really interesting. And then when you go into the modifiers, Then you've got circle, circle, stroke. Mandatory reading. Yeah. Hopefully it's a video. I don't do much reading these days. Anyway, we're coming up on, wow, 20 minutes already. That's amazing. So, just kind of some things that I look at and I'm testing out and trying to figure out. There's a point to all of it. I will put something together on this. It's a manual. Yeah, darn it. Not going to be able to watch it, huh? Get me a drink of my coffee. Um, so if I click on this, is that going to be, it is on that circle. So that was me. I really wish that I identified these a little bit better. Now I could cheat and go in there and, so circle number one, turn everything off. Circle number one obviously encompasses circle number two, circle number three, circle number four. That should be the orange one, but I ought to be able to turn these back on, but I can't unless I have the first one on there. It's kind of interesting. Same thing, I can take the strokes out, but you'll notice circle no, circle number three is this is the future stroke. It's a future. Never mind. Get rid of that, and that goes away. So I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. It'll be 10 o'clock. This way, I've got it planned right now. If that changes, I'll let as many people know as I can. But 10 o'clock start time for the normal nightly show, and Wintermute found me another one to go watch, so I will bring those up. And for about the next 40 minutes or so, look into that. I am on version number, I don't know what version I'm on, 18 something. Should be able to go in here. There's a manual, probably what he's talking about. Can I not? Yeah, let's go get rid of this. I don't want to save it. Go restart it. I'm on 18. And then I ought to be able to, somewhere in here, I think it's, go to Davinci Resolve, go to About Davinci Resolve, and that did absolutely nothing for me. Davinci Resolve About, there we go. Version 18.0.4, build number 5 is what I am on. Darren Gilham joins us just in time for me to end. And it is the paid version. Thanks to Tony Wallow. Again, a huge, huge thank you and a heartfelt, sincere appreciation of, without Tony, I would still be using the free version. I couldn't do half of this stuff. And I really do appreciate it. And I'll put it to good use. So, version 18 manual. Okay, cool. Now, can I not just see what this says right here? Oh, wow. I get a pop-up in here. I thought for sure I had my ad blockers turned off. So there's the manual. Hopefully that looks the same. No, Greg, I am not using the bootleg copy. All right, so let's see. He said go to page. Oh, that's in documents. I'll have to scroll back up to find the manual where he wanted me to go, but it is the manual right here. Media page. Cool. I'll look into it. I'll go a couple extra seconds longer, Darren, since you just showed up. But yeah, for the most part, I'm done. Pushing 10 minutes still. Now, can I actually apply anything? So now there's a RoboForm extension for Microsoft Edge. Don't need that. Very rarely on the edge. Well, I'm on the edge all the time, but so it's interesting how when I look at that infusion, all of that seems to start on the West Coast, but in here it is starting over in Asia somewhere. Pretty cool. With that, I'll wrap it up. We'll pick up Monday probably on Paint Node again, unless I find something I find more interesting over the weekend. See everyone tonight. Thank you for joining. No, that was version 17, had a Paint Node chapter. This one does not seem to. I'll look into it. All right. Thank you, Wintermute. Hope this was helpful to somebody, as Doug likes to say.